All the frogs seeing wide, get a clear view. People coming with the tides like we church and pew. Haters putting them aside, yeah, I often do. Some claiming to be friends, but...
What's going on, people? This is Inflewence, and I'm back with another video. This time I'm gonna talk about, I'm into health, and health includes mental health as well. I spoke before in some videos about, I'm always talking about health. I'm always talking about taking care of your health. But as we get older, I had a conversation with my lady that sparked a little, something we basically talked about, what I'm about to talk about. As you get older, your health deteriorates, so you got to take care of yourself better. Like when you're young, you wild out, you eating anything, even though it's not good and you can still have issues when you're young, your body bounces back a little bit better than it does when you're older. And that's the same for mental health as we get older. I know some of you looking at this video be very young or young, hopefully over 13. But it's not too early ever to talk about mental health, because you see it in the world with the kids, different things going on. I like this generation because they seem to not care about what other people think, like as far as adults or whatever, but they seem to care on the other end. They care a lot about what their peers think. So it's a double-edged sword. But to get back to mental health, as you get older, you might think you're good and you're not. So you have to take steps to make it to that next level, with your understanding of your mental health. And that may be seeking outside, because a lot of us, what got me into this conversation was, me thinking recently my mom has some health issues, and it's a big change for our family. It's not, I'm not going to get into everything that happened, but, she's still here, thankfully. But her condition is, it's a big change. She had Alzheimer's and she has some other stuff going on. So that's like ramped up, and it's just a difficult situation. And I've always prided myself in managing stress, managing how I feel, managing my, worries. And since this is brand new, and there's never, nobody that's close to me has ever had any real issue. I've had grandparents pass away. I've had, my grandma had Alzheimer's, and I dealt with that in a weird way. But I think I was good through most of it. But this is like my mom, and we were close. So it's a situation that I've never dealt with before. I think a lot of times people think they're good until they're not. And that's what you don't want. You don't want to get to that part where you're not good. If you feel yourself going down the road, and that may mean you need to talk to a professional, or you need to seek other people out, because you can't always rely on your family. For one, your family might be going through the same thing if it's something like this. But if it's just you can't always rely on your family as a crutch. Your significant other might not be equipped to deal with your feelings and your emotions. They may be dealing with stuff their own. They love you and they may want to try, but they might not be equipped to do it. So you may need to seek somebody else. Your kids, do not use your kids as an emotional crutch. I think that's one of the biggest problems that people do in this life, is they share too much with their kids, because they feel like, oh, my kid's my best friend. I love talking to my kids. That's all fine and dandy. Please encourage your kids to talk to you and have a close relationship. I love when my kids talk to me. I love that, that I feel like they can, even if they don't want to. They're older now, so I got a teenager and basically a grown adult. But I like that. I think I make myself open enough that they can come talk to me, but I don't use them as an emotional crutch. And I think that's a negative, that can have negative effects on your children when you constantly share your downs with them and your ills with them. So you can't really, and you shouldn't really use your kids as an emotional crutch. So what do? You need to seek outside help. And I'm glad it's more, especially in the black community, because I'm black and I'm part of the black community. It's always been a negative stereotype behind that. Like either it's a weak thing and you know, maybe I'm just speaking from black culture. Like it may be in other cultures as well. I don't know, because I'm not from those cultures. So, but it's always been looked at as negative or not, you know, you keep everything in house. You don't seek other people. You don't tell your business to other people. But I'm glad that's kind of disappearing. I see a lot of stars talking about it now, you know, rappers, and I think therapy would be a great benefit to a lot of people. And I think I am going to go that route, or, you know, just go on maybe a couple sessions. I've had therapy in the past, and it works wonders. I would employ everyone to go out, and I think everybody needs therapy. Like, if you grow up in this world, you need therapy, you know, let alone not just if you're going through stuff now, like your family life, your history, everything affects you, and you may be hurting with stuff that you don't even realize until it piles on top. So yeah, I'm gonna end this video, but I'm gonna try to look for some different services and stuff, and I'm gonna link them in the description below. The suicide hotline will be there. I'm no means suicidal, so I mean, don't think that I'm not there, but I'm not belittling people that are there. I've known people that have done it, and I've known people that have been there. So I mean, that's not to belittle, to say that. I just don't want to alarm anybody, you know. But I have all that in the description. All right, so just food for thought.
Hip hop, I feel I gotta say, who am I? You might say influence, and I spit better than most in this game. Provoking thought with no cocaine.